Hi, my name is Eddie Perez, and today we're actually going to a little bit different. It's going to be Tales from a Backup Nerd. The EP story, me being Eddie Perez. I am currently a sales engineer at Nimble Storage, but we're not going to really talk about that. We're going to talk about how to actually understand why you're a backup nerd and how we're going to make your life a little bit easier. So what is a backup nerd? Well, it's usually an individual that was sent to the basement to do a job that no one else wants to do, right? This person has to accept responsibility, because if you fail, people lose their jobs, right? In the backup world, we're also called the IT MacGyver. We got to make things from a bubble gum to, a paper clip, right? So they always want a lot, yet they only give you a little. Well, a lot of people ask me, because I did it for so long at a big healthcare company, they said, well, how did you become a backup guy? Well, I actually have a trivia. The first thing is a lot of times how you become a backup nerd is the person before me got a promotion, right? And then whenever the leadership's interviewing you, they go, well, everyone needs backup. So you kind of get suckered into becoming a backup guy. Number two, the person before me got fired for not backing up anything, right? So that person is probably not working there anymore and probably not at this conference. So, just what it is. Or C, leadership demoted me to the backup team because the way leadership thinks of backups is if you can't do backups, you really can't do anything. So they don't want you to manage the SAN or the servers, but you could do backups, because if you fail, in their eyes, it's okay. Or D, you help your company do missed and failed backups one time or another. So you got suckered into actually doing the backup team. They're like, oh yeah, you know how to do that. You're now the backup guy. It's not really a cool way of doing it. But for me personally, A is the reason how I became a backup guy, but most of you might have saw B, C, or D as the answer, because it probably did happen to you. I bet you if we polled a lot of people in here, they are probably 90% of the way there. The road to stability. Here's the challenges that you have as a backup nerd. Do more with less, as we discussed, IT MacGyver. Very small budget and resources. Blame game. You get blamed for everything wrong for BCDR, right? There's not one thing that you can do right. They will blame you for slowness. They'll blame you for not having the data backed up fast enough. Also retention, right? Legal needs to get into gear. We'll discuss these three items and how to actually make your life a little bit easier. What I've learned in the years that I've been doing it. Do more with less. Consolidate your platforms. Most companies have more than 2 backup products. Reuse those funds. So take like the 3 or 4 different products you had, consolidate it like to a Veeam product, and then use that extra money to allow you to buy other solutions, like maybe more business continuity from a hardware standpoint. My logo that I always live by is architect for the 99%, plan for the 1%. That is key. Don't try to make everything fit into the same hole, right? Try to just get most of it into that area. B, research. Multiple companies, find out what multiple companies that are successful are your size doing. And successful is what you actually care about, not just what everyone else is just you think they're doing. Do research. Also, I might be in storage, but allow multiple bids, okay? If we have to actually go in and bid against others, our prices will go down. So it's a really good way of getting the best deal. And number C, just get more money. If you get more money, your life is easier, but it will be covered in the next tip and trick. The blame game. If you don't want to get blamed for it, here's 3 or 4 steps that I've actually created. It's almost like a step-by-step guide. First thing you need to do, you want to document. So document your BCDR strategy. And the cool thing is you always want to have your manager and your executive sign off on this strategy. You want them to be in your corner. If they are not in your corner, you will fail. Once you get the approval, what you want to do then is you want to create 2 different proposals, take those 2 proposals and take that to leadership. Again, do not have more than 2 for your leadership. They are like deer and they will run away, okay? Don't confuse these people, right? Also, include pictures. You have to include pictures because these people only believe in pictures. I don't know why, they don't read. Also, learn a phased approach. Take this where you do year 1, year 2, year 3. And then also, When you have all this information together, number C, or letter C, the email, I call it, or CYA, cover your you know what. If leadership declines any of your proposals, send the email stating that if you want to document that if they do not help you with the solutions provided, then you can't take responsibility if it fails. Now, why is this important? A lot of you are probably scared to do that, but if you push the buck up the hill, sometimes you'll actually get them to get you the money that you need to be successful. This is very key for a lot of individuals. Retention. Do we really need to keep data forever? I mean, this is like the worst thing ever. Understand the governmental and company requirements for keeping data forever. Not every application needs the same policy. Create multiple SLAs and different retention schedules. If someone needs to keep data for infinity, they need to create an archive solution strategy, not a backups. Backup should be for DR strategy, DR purposes only, okay? Document costs, this is huge. Understand your cost per gig for like a tape library, the tapes, the disk storage, the licensing costs for the backup. Understand this, so whenever someone says, I want to keep this another 30 days, you can actually give them a cost, and they have the ability to find out how much it is. Also, recovery probabilities, something that I've actually tested personally, and it's actually known in the industry. Between 0 and 30 days, 93% of recoveries happen. Between 31 and 60 days, 6% of the recoveries happen. So again, if you remember, I said architect for the 99%, because over 61 plus days is only less than 1%. And most of you probably have actually done that. So hopefully that was some information for you. This is the EP story, and part 2 is coming soon. Thank you.